A good win at the end, Harmy, but is it a situation where, as a coach, you probably learn a little bit of what your team does under certain conditions, like they played you man-on-man and ran with you, in trying to shut down your running game? Did you learn something from that?
Look, to be honest with you, I don't think it had anything to do with them. I don't think they tried any harder. I just think, we served it up in the first half and they probably weren't, they probably couldn't go with us, and we're pretty hard at it, and we ran pretty hard and worked well for each other. And I reckon probably from halfway through the third quarter, our guys just dropped off their intensity a little bit.
It's a new look, Belmont Lions, and great credit to you. You've brought a different attitude to the playing group, and that's obvious on the football ground. You've got a couple of quality players. The experience of Danny Warren, wherever he is on the ground, it's a bonus to any team.
Yeah, look, absolutely. It was. I think it was, this time last year that Danny started playing in the twos with us, and it was fairly unexpected. But someone who's had the experience that he's had, and he's pretty uncanny. He had 6 shots or 7 shots at goal again today, and if he had his kicking boot on, we might have won by a bit more. But I think he's probably had. In our side, he's probably had the most shots. He's had 20 or 23 shots in the last 3 weeks, and he's going really well. But, he just turns his opponents inside out.
It's a great credit to you and the team. We saw you here against Thompson in atrocious conditions. We saw you again today with a very, very strong wind. You still tried to play the running, handball type game and be positive at all times. Is that the message to the players?
Yeah, look, this football club has been on the back end of some fairly big lashings in the last few years, and I think they've learnt to panic, and they've learnt to be under a lot of pressure, and we have to teach them a game and teach each player how to take a few risks and keep working hard from behind the footy and working for each other. And a few weeks ago after that Thompson game, because I still don't, I think in that wet day we probably were a little bit intent on playing dry weather footy. And we're asking for that, but I think windy, wet, we're pretty sound competitive when the ball's on the deck and even in the air. Like, we like to get the ball to ground and make it a fairly tough fight in for the footy and then work it out of congestion. I think we're sort of on the right path. We're pretty young and pretty inexperienced, so we really need those leaders out there sort of doing their job, and the young fellas just doing the basic things well. You
yourself, you fill a lot of holes, fill a lot of gaps. Where's the best position, or the position you'd like most to play in this side?
If I had the choice, I'd probably play at centre half back. But at the moment, get a bit of a defensive free rein through the midfield, and I work pretty hard both ways. So, it's good to be in there because we're really young in there and really inexperienced. So the boys have a lot to learn, and it's just good to be at those stoppages and talk them through it.
Harmy, congratulations. It's always good to get the 4 points. And I thought that game was probably pretty scrappy. It's all right for us to sit up here in the commentary box as old players, but I thought you missed a lot of targets out there today with hand and foot. Was that just because of the conditions out there? It was very windy.
Look, I think kicking-wise, maybe, going down when we're heading downwind, it sort of carried probably 2 metres further than most people anticipated. So I was going to spend a bit of time on the deck there. Coming up into the wind, I didn't think it was too bad, but I think our guys, they can, because they haven't experienced much success and they can get a bit of the footy, they tend to get a little bit ahead of themselves and think they can do things that they can't. And they try to create things that probably aren't there, and that's why they miss targets by hand and stuff like that. Instead of just doing the basic one, finding someone who's in a bit of space just a few metres away and a bit of time, they try and manufacture something that probably isn't there.
Yeah, we're coming out here today. I was a bit keen to have a look at you guys today, and I'm not looking for what you did today. I'm looking for what you're going to do in September at St Albans on the bigger ground there today. And I thought a couple of players, I thought John Tate, he's a good player for you. When he ran and carried the footy, he looked very good. He didn't do it enough.
Yep.
I thought, generally speaking, your whole team didn't do it good enough. One goal where you kicked the ball, ran the ball, kicked the ball on a nice lead to Danny Warren. That was probably the best build up you had into your forward line. The rest of it was just blazing there, probably hoping for a little bit. So, when you get to St Albans, you've got to do all those things right, of course, and you're the coach, and I'm pretty sure you'll make sure they're all done.
Yeah,
but you had some damn good players there, though. I thought McCormick was good early, died out of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought Bogan, he's going to be a good little player at St Albans, where he's going to kick those goals that you need, the crumbing goals. I thought I like Jeffries. I've seen him play a couple of times now. I think he's up to playing a good footy at St Albans out in the wing there, where he's got a bit of space. And I thought Gallagher, I thought he was sensational all day, to be quite honest.
Yeah, actually, you know, they're probably, I don't think you'll find any of those over 20 years of age, and they've all got good engines and enjoy their footy. And like, I think Jeffers is probably one of our, you know, top liners, I reckon. Like, one-on-one, he rarely gets beaten against anyone. Twiggy finds a lot of the footy, and when Sean isn't in the middle, Gags isn't in the middle, we really miss him, because he's a hard little nugget, and he keeps going until he's got the footy in his hands, no matter what's in his way. So, look, I don't know. I think the first half we moved the ball pretty well, but I think on this ground, it's so small, this ground, you know, a couple of kicks, and the forwards, like, we're still trying to work with them. We're better when there's a bit of space, because our forwards actually move better into space. But here, you know, and when we're playing against a side who we think we might go reasonably well against, the guys tend to stay at home, and, you know, because they all want to get a kick, and they all want to get a kick inside 50 instead of working up the ground and open it up for our keys.
I thought you were good in the first part, though, when you got the ball into the corridor. Really, that's when you look really, really good then.
Yeah, I think I was really happy with the first quarter and second quarter. I think after that they probably just died off a little bit, got a bit complacent with how hard they're prepared to work through there.
All right, Harmy, I know you need to get back with your boys, and as always, we appreciate the coaches coming over. You're going to be in the finals. That's an absolute certainty. I know, certainly, talking to you, 1, 2, 3 is your aim right now, and you're well on the road towards getting that. Congratulations once again. Thanks very much for your time.
Good on you, fellas. Thanks very much.